Have you ever wondered what your favorite anime characters smell like? Well, today, three smelly boys give their totally professional and qualified opinions on what fragrances each character would wear, based on their powers, personality, and vibes. Today, we'll be delving into the world of Jujutsu Sorcerers and Curses, and their never-ending struggle between good and evil, and I guess what it means to have a meaningful life. Specifically, we're talking about the... Before we proceed, this is a spoiler warning for the Hidden Inventory arc / Reminiscence arc. If you don't want it spoiled, pause right here, go watch it, come back. For those who don't care, here's the rest of the video. That's my favorite arc, at least. I don't know if I can say the same. Yeah?
Definitely.
Favorite arc?
Definitely my favorite arc.
All right. So, first up, everybody's favorite soft boy turned megalomaniacal genocide doer, Geto Suguru. So, what do we think of Geto, guys?
How about you start? You know what I'm saying? You know him the most.
Why?
I know him the least. I can tell you that.
All of the, no, Gojo knows him the best.
It's like definitely in this arc where it showcases like where it fills us in on what actually happened, right? And what made him became like the way he is now, like in the later arcs.
In Zero.
In Zero, especially. Seems very nice in the beginning, and then like suddenly like 180 degrees.
But it's not even 180. It's very like you're walked through his transition.
Yeah.
See how.
But I feel like there's like no in between. You know, he's like either all the way right or like, and then it's like all the way all the way positive or like all the way negative.
Yeah.
It seems like
he's a very extreme, very intense person.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. And I think his sense should reflect that.
Yeah. I guess one way to really imagine it is like him like standing in front of a very dark forest.
Right, because you're going based off vibes, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like to me I can think of it as like, oh, it's like the entrance of a very dark forest. It's like a path.
Got it.
And it's like luring him in. But then like there's light behind him, a big grass field behind him, like mysterious, edgy type of vibe.
I see it.
Something I recommend would something be like the Pinewood Fanghorn.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that makes sense. Woodsy, like so. It's like
a bit dark.
Dark,
wood.
Yeah.
Smells like earth.
Well, I haven't personally smelt this.
Yeah. Do you know what's the house? What's the house from that
Pinewood.
produces this?
The fragrance is called Fanghorn.
Oh, yeah, Fanghorn. Fanghorn 2, right?
Okay. Fanghorn 2. Okay, got it.
Okay,
Cool,
I guess like since we're going off vibes, I can talk a little. About his
go for
personality.
it,
I think like very, again, like I said, very intense guy. Is empathetic to a certain extent. Like I think he's empathetic to them. He's quite protective of those people that he deems as his own people, I guess. And he has very strong morals. They're not necessarily ethical. Yeah, not necessarily ethical, but I think he definitely has a very strong moral compass. And he's very convicted to follow that to its course, right? I mean, he killed his own parents for fuck's sake, right? And to a certain extent, I think he thinks of himself as better, of course, like because as a protector, you almost have to kind of see yourself as somebody that's stronger, right? You have to be capable. You have to be better in order to protect these people. And I think only been elevated once his changed his mindset. And for these reasons, I think, again, very dark, very intense, very ponderous kind of personality. So, and I would recommend the more affordable YSL Nuit de l'Homme. Very sweet, dark, seductive almost, right? On the other hand, the more, I guess, expensive
niche
fragrance would be Parfums de Marly's Ojon. Ojon?
Okay. Ojon?
Ojon.
It's
very ambery, spicy fragrance, and it's very dark and I feel like his fragrance should be the same house as Gojo's, which we'll get into later. And yeah, Ojon, a dark, ambery, sweet fragrance.
Yeah.
He's kind of a sweet
guy. Okay, all right. But yeah, for me, I try to take it differently. So I'm actually picking fragrance based on powers, exactly. So I actually selected 3 different fragrances, and I think these fragrances are actually very popular. I think for someone that just got into fragrance, would definitely get these. And mainly, I'm talking about these because of their versatility. So a lot of my friends, when they get into fragrance, is either these 3. It's 100% these 3, and I'm taking this opportunity to kind of like let people know, if you're gonna get these 3, anyways, like you should not be one of those people that buy one bottle and then 10 flankers of the same bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so how does this? So you're relating this to Geto's like
versatility, yeah,
very versatile.
Yeah, so it's like, for example, if you look at the clip, I'm calling him the jack of all trades. He got a spirit that traps someone. He has a spirit just to crush someone. You know what I'm saying? He has a dragon where he's flying on a plane, and then he has a dragon following that plane. I think these fragrances are extremely versatile. So the 3 fragrances I'm gonna drop on this guy is Versace Dylan Blue, Bleu Chanel, and Dior Sauvage, right? So these 3 brands, right, let alone the concentrations, the flankers, are the most popular, and the most versatile fragrance I think anyone can get. I think anyone might have a bottle. Like if you have a collection, someone would have a bottle of Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel or Dylan Blue. I started with Sauvage. I think Sammy started with Bleu de Chanel, I believe, right? A long time ago. Which one did you start with? Really?
No. Very close. I was very tempted, but I didn't start with it. I started with something Chanel, but not Bleu de Chanel.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. But if a person, let's say a beginner, just buys these 3, right? No matter the weather, let's say you live in a relatively cold weather or relatively hot weather, right? You can still mix and match these fragrances. Like if you use Dylan Blue, you can just wear it as an office scent, right? Or even in the summer, if you're going to like a really formal event, if you're still in school, you go to prom, or you have a big meeting, go to an expo, you can wear Dior Sauvage elixir. You know what I'm saying? And I think this really shows the versatility and this versatility of these fragrances, but also
just like Geto, yeah, something for every occasion.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And you can reuse it. He uses his for example, he uses his spirits like for different reasons, right? Like he can use one spirit one way and then use the other spirit differently. You know what I'm saying? And which is why
I agree.
It's something I like to highlight for his abilities. Very important, very versatile character.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. So again, Sammy, your recommendation was
Pinewort Fanghorn second version.
All right, I recommend YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme or PDM's Ojon.
And for me, it will be Versace Dylan Blue, Bleu de Chanel EDP, and Dior Sauvage Elixir.
All right. Okay. Next up, we've got our dashing, charming, but tragic hero, Gojo Satoru. So, I mean, let's start off.
Who doesn't know this guy?
He's got a sweet tooth. Yeah, he's got a sweet tooth, right? We know this. This is canonical. He has a sweet tooth. And we know that Geto is willing to kind of accommodate that. And I mean, look at them. They're tight. They're brothers. They're fucking brothers. They're either brothers or they're lovers.
All right.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know which camp you fall into, but it doesn't matter. They're buying from the same fucking house.
Well, I feel like you like this character.
I think so too.
So what do you think? What do you think, Ryan?
Well, Gojo is actually a very sophisticated character that nobody understands.
Okay, dude.
I think as I mentioned, I think he's fun-loving guy. I mean, deep down there's like a darkness, loneliness there.
Okay.
Underpins everything that he does. But at the end of the day, he's a very welcoming guy. He's a friendly guy, funny guy. who doesn't take himself too seriously, or as it seems. I think he trains very hard. He's very tough on himself, but he has this kind of facade and appearance to be very friendly, very welcoming, inviting. So I feel like as and he's also very aware that he's hot. So like there's like this like mass appealing, friendly, clean smell.
Clean. Not offensive.
With some underlying like richness, right? And of course he's a sweet tooth. So for the more affordable recommendation, I think he would wear Boss Bottled Intense. Sweet, it's appley, it's like fruity, sweet, and appealing to the masses, right? You smell it, you'd be like, oh, that smells good. And it's sweet. That matches his sweet tooth, and it's I think you'd want to get a second sniff.
You want to be a little closer in it.
Yeah, and for the more pricey, I guess, suggestion, that would be PDM's Layton. Same house as Geto, as I mentioned. He's fucking shopping at the same place as Geto. Or maybe he buys it as a gift for Geto. No, I feel like that makes sense. And PDM Layton, that's actually what I'm wearing today. I think it's fresh off the top.
Appley.
But then it kind of sinks into a more vanilla smell, sweet, something like richer, sweeter. I think seductive, and but it is mass appealing, and it's clean, and it's friendly. It's like something that I would describe as friendly. And I think that's what Gojo is to a certain extent. But let's be honest, he has very expensive tastes. And it's got to be a niche house, really.
The way you describe it, I can almost smell it from across the screen.
I can smell Gojo, right? He's like next to me right now, you know what I'm saying?
I am
harassing me. Yeah.
I'm him.
100%. Is that why you're craving a bottle right now? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Just because you're associating
myself.
it with Gojo.
I've associated the fragrance with Gojo now.
Marco, what do you think?
Preach, you know what I'm saying? I think, I think what's very important of Gojo is his abilities, right? When you think of Gojo, it's his infinity, his domain expansion, his red, his blue, how he explains it, he put a lot of thought, he really, in the scene, right? He explained cursed energies, negative energy. And then to make positive energy, you gotta, put two negatives together, right? And
don't even, I'm so tempted to spoil it. I already know what you're going at.
Exactly. So for two fragrances, but actually, when you were talking about Layton, it kind of reminded me of the fragrance. So I did a quick check. Actually, the fragrance that I'm about to name drop actually have relatively similar notes to Layton itself. With some apple notes, some vanilla notes, and some woody notes as well, which is Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame. Both of them, I'm kind of talking about the EDT because the toilet version.
No, that's EDP.
Okay. Is it only in EDP?
Yes, I believe so.
For Flame? Oh, okay,
only
fair
in
enough.
EDP.
Because for me and Sammy, right, Samson right here, we're the OGs, right? We have a bottle of original. Versace Eros.
My bottle smells like
not
vanilla ice cream, so it does resemble Gojo a bit in the way that how sweet it is, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. We're the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
It's not fresh enough.
Yeah. Well,
it has to have a little bit of fresh.
It's creme fraiche.
All right, but basically these two fragrances, if there's the bottle on the screen, right? One is a relatively blue bottle, and one's a red bottle. Right, both of them are very citrusy, right? Versace Eros, I believe, if I check it right now, is a very citrus mint fragrance with vanilla and woody base note, which is I think very similar. But for Flame, there's actually this mandarin scent.
Oh my god! Oh, blue and red. Oh,
yeah, blue and red. And the Mandarin set is also in Layton. So actually, maybe if in the future I go by, maybe Layton is the in between. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's both of them combined. But as we all know, Gojo has 2 broken abilities with blue and red. Also, Arrows is known to be a club fragrance, and the reason why it's a club fragrance is because there's intense sillage, intense projection, similar to Infinity. You know what I'm saying? The closer you get, the stronger it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to feel like you have Infinity all around you, right? Just 2 pumps, maybe even 1 pump in the chest. If you want to kill someone in the bus, just spray all around. I swear to God, people would be, there's a circle around you. People don't want to be close to you, and it'll make you feel like you have Infinity. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really think people want them to not get close to you.
Yeah, I'm saying. Hey, if it's intoxicating, they might try to right? Best way to walk down London, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Do an Arrow's purple. Do an Arrow's void. 1 pump
exactly.
of Arrow's, 1 pump of flame.
So marketable. You know what I'm saying? Versace, if you need it, you know what I'm saying? Just combine and just ride that market. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. You know what I'm saying? A violet base fragrance. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Floral. And that is hollow right there. Purple hollow. Boom.
Oh,
kills
Arrow's
the market.
Hollow. Damn.
Yes, Arrow's hollow. Yeah, that's very good.
Murder everybody.
100%. But yeah, Simon, what do you think? What would you give Gojo?
Yeah, well, I think definitely there's a more responsible side of him. I also feel like he what he's displaying, he's putting it up. But
right.
That's the impression most people perceives of him, and I feel like that's a very friendly, a very charismatic way that we want to be perceived as well, maybe. And
okay.
Looking back at the beach scene, just reminds me of something very fresh and something very I would say something nice feeling, something fresh, something makes you young, energetic. And I feel like the fragrance I'm about to recommend fits all these categories, and people smell it, it will be
okay.
oh, I want to get to know this guy, I want to get to know a bit more. And it's Louis Vuitton's Imagination.
Imagination,
okay.
All right.
And
it's expensive too.
It's a very some sort of a connection to it as well, because if you think about it, if someone's very creative, they have infinite imagination.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, also
imagination.
Gojo's powers work on imaginary numbers, right, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Right?
You need to find the clip or something. You know
somebody needs to explain it.
Yeah, there's some figures like that. It's something very fresh and energetic. It's definitely the vibe that it will you want to. If you want to have, that's just some sort of vibe that. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been checking. Before anything, I've been checking all 3 of our fragrances. We actually gave him all citrus fragrances. All of them have a similar note where there's wood. It's a woody base. There's mandarin. There's bergamot. And I just realized Imagination has a black tea base note. And I'm all about that black tea, so I might have to go try a bottle. To be honest, yeah, 100%.
Damn. Well, maybe
100%.
Maybe that's just how strong his character is.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like all of your recommendations make Marco's ones more so than others.
Imagination has a middle note of ginger, so it's a bit of spice.
Yeah.
It's fresh with a bit of spice.
I can see.
Okay.
So, for my recommendations are Boss Ball of Intense, Medium's Latent.
For me, it will be Versace Arrows, Versace Arrows Flame, and if Versace is smart, it'll be Versace Arrows Violet or Hollow. You know what I'm saying? In the future, if they're smart.
And for me, it'll be Louis Vuitton's Imagination.
All right, nice.
Now, if you agree that this is what Gojo smells like, Leave us a like down below, and if you didn't like it, tell us what you think Gojo would wear in the comments. Last but not least, we have our downtrodden, scheming muscle daddy. That is Fushiguro Toji.
That's exactly how you do it visually.
I don't know. Who wants to talk about this first?
You know, I think we should know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I think the underlying thing is that
when I think of Toji,
you know, what is he? Yeah,
I think a lot of people have this impression, and like I think the first thing comes to mind when people talk about Toji is at least in my head, it comes out like the Giga Chat meme. He just looks like
okay.
He just looks like that.
Big buff.
You know? Yeah, like a big buff, like a charismatic, like dad type of vibe. Although he's a terrible dad.
Yeah.
Wrong impression.
Yeah, but like,
incorrect.
But
absolutely
like,
incorrect.
He does seem like a Giga Chat. He's like, I do my own thing. I don't care about other people. Like, I don't care about a lot of things, but like I follow what I believe in, and like I would do that.
Except he doesn't.
Right?
He literally, that is the reason why he is deceased.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work.
He says as much.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
I feel like he's definitely someone that's very masculine. Like, I would wear something very masculine. Something woody,
I agree.
Something woody,
I would agree.
something musky, smoky, like that type of vibe. I happen to own this bottle. It's I would recommend I would think he would wear something like a Dior Homme.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right? Which looks something
interesting,
like this.
Right? Nice.
Right?
Nice.
The Dior Homme. Very masculine, very projection, smells very smoky, very like it's like someone with very strong, like a very strong vibe.
Very nice, very nice.
I see that.
I see that.
However, to add to what you're saying, I think Dior Homme might be a little too well, actually no, you're not sophisticated. I shouldn't say that because my recommendations are like, I mean, they can be considered pretty sophisticated.
Yeah,
I'm definitely dogging on them a little bit here.
Okay.
I think him being a Giga Chad and whatever, believing his own whatever is false. Maybe not incorrect. Maybe like very surface level. I know that's not what you think. I think that's
what the vibe is.
The vibe. Right? Yeah, sure. Like right off the bat, yeah, I can see why that'd be the vibe. But I think Toji is a very confident person to a certain extent. I think he has his holdups. He's very insecure in certain areas. He's confident in their ability. He's confident in their intellect and their skills. But ultimately, I think they have something to prove. They desire to conform to a certain extent, right? They tried leaving all of this behind. They tried leaving all of these qualms behind. But at the end of the day, he wasn't able to. That's literally, again, what causes his basically execution. And I think he's, in that sense, he's quite insecure because he has something to prove.
Okay.
And I believe he is a gambler, right? He's a gambler as a response to that because that's the only way he can hope, he can dream, he can believe, right? He is a gambler because he believes in overturning like all of the structural issues, right? He has hope. I think fundamentally he's he's optimistic. He's a very optimistic person, right? And it is because of this optimism that he gets beaten down, right? That's the kind of world that Gege kind of provides. And sometimes insurmountable odds are insurmountable odds. And anyhow, my recommendations for Toji.
Hold on. Are you like if you're saying something to prove? I feel like I have a slight idea of what you're about to say.
Okay.
Does it start with a C?
The house does start with a C.
Ends with a D.
Oh, okay.
The house does end with a D.
Okay. You know.
I guess let's. Oh wait, actually, yo, that's kind of crazy.
What's up?
A affordable house, also a C and a D.
Oh, really?
Christian Dior's Sauvage Elixir. Yes, I know it's already been recommended in this video.
Okay.
But I think Sauvage is a very mass appealing fragrance. It's a very strong protecting fragrance, right? Represents his personality. The club, I guess, quote unquote club fragrance. Yeah, something that's people who have someone to prove would wear. I think. Okay, come at me. My opinions.
Okay.
And for the other recommendation, it is CREED, Creed's Aventus, right?
Okay.
Creed's Aventus, we all know, well-renowned, infamous now because of its shitty reformulation and weak performance.
Constant reformulations.
Overpriced fucking price tag, right? Somebody who has someone to prove definitely would wear Creed Aventus. Bro, that's the good smell. Yo, everybody knows Aventus. Aventus smells good. Aventus smells great. I got money. I'm rich. I'm a baller.
Especially if you're in the US, Creed is so expensive. You know what I'm saying? Down the drain.
Marco, what do you think?
Yeah. What I think Aventus, or you want to know what I picked?
No, Toji. But if you have thoughts on Creed, please go for it.
Yeah. Of course, I think Creed, it's a very good. I think Aventus, really took over too much. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like hidden gems. I think you and I discussed that we like Erolfa, a very peppery scent. I think that's like a hidden gem, or even Viking cologne. Everyone just like, I want Aventus cologne. I want to buy a Aventus shower gel. You know what I'm saying? That guy is, can't save him.
I think it's quite fitting. Just like us afraid of Creed Aventus price tag, I think like Toji was very afraid in the Jujutsu community because he was gonna kill them.
Okay, cool. For me, Toji, we talk about he's a gym bro. We talk about he's a gambler. You know what I'm saying? But what we need to talk about that is he is powerless. You know what I'm saying? He is essentially powerless, and that is why he is invisible to the Jujutsu Sorcerers, especially in the scene where when he attacked Gojo, or he attacked Geto, right? And he made a big point that he is powerless, and we all see his biceps, right? He's a massive guy, right? So the fragrance that I've given him is the Versace Man Eau Fresh, right? So this bottle, right, is renowned in the community for its weak and poor performance, yet amazing smell, right? People also relate this to a gym scent, right? You go to the gym, you're gonna sweat. You know what I'm saying? You spray it on, you go there, you hit the gym. By the time you finish, you're gonna take a shower. You won't smell it anymore, right? And relatively, it's cheap, right? So Toji can, before going to find another sorcerer, get 2 pumps, maybe 15 pumps in the chest with a Versace Man Eau Fresh, right? Hit the gym and then walk or whatever, fight a Jujutsu Sorcerer. He won't even smell him coming, first of all. And the fact that he's a gambler, in my opinion, and a mercenary, that he probably would not want to spend too much money on a fragrance. He's too busy, gambling it, or trying to find money doing mercenary work, right?
Need that money to gamble.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Why would you tap into your bankroll, right? But it's relatively cheap, right? 100. I think I just checked 100 ml in Versace's website. It's about like £80. So like.
You can find it for cheaper on discounters.
For a lot, discounters, Strawberry Net, all that, right? And the 200 ml, massive bottle, it's only like £20 additional, which is like a 200 Hong Kong dollars.
And
right?
You know what?
Not a lot.
Of all the characters, it makes the most sense for him to have the fragrance that needs to be reapplied constantly. Because he has the worm. He has the worm. Yeah. You can store the Man Eau Fresh right there.
Store the bottle right there. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
And then he stores the worm in him. So you know what I'm saying? Easy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I think I really, practically his character, I think he'll buy this 200 ml. Even if you spray it like every day, every minute of the day, I'm pretty sure it will last you quite a while. It's bang for your buck, and
he just looks like a Asian like dad figure, despite being a terrible dad. Like he's a fanny pack. Come on.
Yeah. how
a magical fanny pack. Holy shit, you're so right.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for me, my pick for Toji would be Versace Man Eau Fresh.
The Dior Homme,
Christian Dior's Sauvage Elixir, and Creed Aventus.
100%.
So 100%. Anyhow, if you like this video and you like this content and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button down below for more anime / fragrance videos, and feel free to suggest any other characters or shows that you would like to see featured in the comments below. And I guess smell you later.
Smell you later.
Bye-bye.
Smell you later.